guys, Jen here from Raven Lou and Paper 2, sharing with you my Outgoing Fall Blind Swap hosted by Meeka and Rocky. They gave a few different categories and you were to choose one from each category to send in. So I chose to make a dangle, 4 layered tags, 4 handmade flowers, a sequin mix, and 2 bag toppers. And I chose to send it all in an altered bag loaded envelope. The paper collections that I used were Mente Autumn Splendor, which was my first time using any Mente. And then I also used the Giving Thanks Recollections pad from Michaels to kind of combine those two to get the look I was going for, kind of an eclectic look. I guess let's go ahead and take everything out of the envelope and we'll get a closer look. Right, here is a look at everything all laid out. I guess I will start here on the ground with the simplest thing, which was the dangle that I made. And I used my Cricut to cut out this little holder here to hold the dangle. Alright, here it is zoomed in. I have used a big, like, chunky knitted bead here. Lots of the oranges and the teals and blues. A bunch of different leaves. There's charms, there's beads, all leaves. We even have some little word beads here that say thanks and pie. Little mushrooms, lots of natural colored beads as well. And like little pumpkins, just lots of different little fall themed spectacular beads to go on this chunky monkey dangle for the swap. Also here on the ground we have the wand that I have made, and this wand on the back here I have a doily using some orange metallic paper or some copper metallic paper. Then we have like the lighter blue, and then I've made one of the like fancy edge rosettes here, and I have a little scallop here that I've done the stitching on as well. And then of course I had to cross stitch this adorable little squirrel to go on here. I made a little bow with some of the little seam binding, and then I've added an acorn, a leaf bead, and a little wooden bead here. And then I have a glass pumpkin cabochon guy there in the center of my bow, and it is all on this like drink stir. It's like a clear and gold acrylic drink stir. The next thing I'll go to, I suppose, is my sequin mix. The die for the box is from Temu. Almost at AliExpress. It's from Temu. And then these are some of those gold foam leaves from Hobby Lobby. And then I found some fall words, some fall sentiments for journaling on Creative Fabrica that I went ahead and printed out and of course cut to fit. And for my sequin mix, there are once again those aquas and the orange and the white and the gold, and of course some brown, and I even have some leaf shaped sequins in there as well, and a few different like sprinkles and so forth, but they're all just kind of going with the whole color scheme of the swap. Next we have my Memory Decks card. So I really loved the, I think it's the KS Craft Scarecrow, and but it's much too big for a Memory Decks, so I used my Cricut to cut something similar out, and this is what I have come up with. And I just kind of layered him up so he's a little thick. I love a good shaped Memory Decks, and of course it includes all my information on the back so that they know exactly who made this little cutie. Next we'll go with my flowers, and so the flowers I made using a flower die that is also from Temu, and it kind of embosses and cuts at the same time. This little guy is my little cherry blossom from Sizzix die, and I went ahead and used some of the centers, and I've added seed beads to them as well. And then of course I made some little leaves out of vellum and stuff to kind of match with the whole theme of the paper collection. I put it on acetate that I have embossed with a wood grain embossing folder, and then I layered that up on top of a different decorative paper than what I have here. And the packaging that I have is actually just the cheap dollar store sticker packaging, and I just removed the cheap stuff and of course put in the stuff I like here. And then I used my Cricut again to cut out this little cozy season topper for the top here. And my little birdie guy here is that Carnation Crafts, the free digital downloads, and then I just uploaded it into my Cricut and got it to cut it out for me after I printed it. So it's a print and cut, and of course I always layer them up so that they're nice and thick. My sequins did not want to stand up on me. Alright, I guess we'll go ahead and we'll skip this for just a second. And I wanted to go ahead and send these stickers as an extra because I felt like they kind of matched the colors and vibes of everything I had going on. And then this is a look at my altered bag loaded envelope here. I went with this pumpkin paper on the main part of the bag. Then I've lined this one with the plaid here. And then I have the metallic again. And then I have a leaf paper. And I've overlapped it with that gold leaf tool from the Dollar Tree a few years ago. And of course I have die cut all the different leaves and foliage here to go onto the underneath the sentiment here. I went with It's Fall Y'all, and another one of my critters here from the Carnation Crafts with the print and cut. And then of course this little guy was from the Mente ephemera pack. And then we have the bag toppers, and I just packaged up the bag toppers very simply here. I just have some paper and a cellophane bag to put them in. The bag topper that I have made is one from KS Craft, I believe, and I just went ahead and where it had the fake stitching dyed embossed into it, I went ahead and took my actual thread and sewed all around it. I layered up with the insert part. You could cut it out to make it a shaker. Actually, I didn't make any shakers this swap, but anyways, so that was the part that you're supposed to use to make it into a shaker, but I just elevated it and made it a separate layer of the bag topper here. I went ahead and I cut out the word grateful to add to the top of this one. Here is another little border die I've added. I think this one might have been from Dollar Tree. And I have a little leaf hanging from it. And of course I die cut all the little leaves to go underneath the grateful word. The Mente guy, of course, is from, the pumpkin is from the Mente collection from the ephemera. And then I had to add in another one of those cute little squirrel guys. And this is probably my favorite bag topper out of the two. This one says thankful, and I have my cute little squirrel guy on there. Then we have some ephemera from the Mente with the little pine cone, and I've doubled it up again and then added that Dollar Tree leaf tool on top of it, and of course all the little die cuts of these leaves. And then from this little die here, I have added the little, sorry, I just realized I was out of focus. My other camera's dead, I gotta charge it. So from on the bottom of this one here, I have added the little the little letters to spell out fall. And like I said, I think this one is my favorite bag topper out of the two. Alright, and now for the tag flip. There we go. And she said on ribbon or a ring. So I have it on this like elastic piece up here. And then I tied this yarn bow at the top. My first little guy here is a little pennant. And I, of course, have added some dimension with some foam. And this is like a Hobby Lobby ephemera piece with the little mushrooms. And I had some of the puff paint I went over the top with here to give it a little more dimension. And that was one of those Creative Fabrica fall words there. And of course I had to add some diamond dots. I am also gifting some rhinestones. My second tag here is from a Temu die, and I took that leaf paper and I doubled it up again with the leaf tool from Dollar Tree, and then I layered up a smaller version of the big one there, and of course my Carnation Crafts little critter, and I stamped the word bless across there, and then I of course die cut all these little leaves. And on my little hay pieces here, I diamond dotted them to make them look, or wheat pieces, I should say. I added diamond dots to make them a little more three-dimensional. The next tag, I added a little chain as its holder to the tag flip here. And I went ahead and I took the scraps of paper and I sewed them all to make this new little pattern here. And I have the copper frame around it that I have stitched with this like darker green color. And then the deer is also from like a Hobby Lobby ephemera pack, and I went ahead and used that puff paint on it to give it more dimension as well. And then I had ordered these guys from Temu, and I thought they matched pretty well with the collection I was sending. But I thought they were the nail stickers, not the false nails. And of course, by the time they got here, it was too late to try and get anything different. So I'm sending some press-ons. Hopefully that's okay. Not exactly what I wanted to send, but at this point, it's what I have. And then my last tag here is also a Temu die, and it is the one with the slots on it. And I just used this floral paper that actually reminds me a lot of like a Pioneer Woman print, and I stamped out thankful on here, and I have some of the little pumpkins from the Mente collection as well as some of the leaves, and I have and then I had done some of the carnation crabs, like I cut them out some. Right here is like a squirrel, and then like an acorn flourish, and then of course my card in the back so they know exactly who this came from. And that is everything I'm sending for the fall blind swap. If you guys like what you saw, if you'd like to see more, feel free to subscribe and like this video for more content. If you'd rather see all of my stuff without the horrible camera I've got going on here, and of course my commentary, feel free to check me out on TikTok as well as Instagram. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.